because today, right here on the drive, we're not just cruising, we're laughing all the way to the weekend. He's a master of punchlines, the high priest of humor, the man who can turn everyday life into a laugh fest. Yeah, man. But he's short. Not too long ago, he did a special, and I was there, and it was crazy. He also hosted, in fact, he was the MC or the host at a very sold-out event that I went to as well. Also a comedy event. And definitely one of the few that redefined Ghanaian comedy with a shaper, with a shape sharper than a tailor's needle and delivery smoother than a chilled sobolo on a hot day. So buckle up, guys. It's about to get hilarious. It's about to get real. Lekzy Decomic. He just came back from my country, from my fatherland. The gentleman just came back from the Republic of South Africa, the Rainbow Nation, and he's here. In case you don't know, last year also, I think I saw him there, and yeah, he's been moving around, doing things. He didn't just travel. He did a few shows in there, and we're here to talk all about those things. You're welcome back home.
Thank you, Mr. Trig. I'm happy to be here again, once again. You know.
How was the trip?
It was beautiful. This time around, the first time I was in South Africa, I went with a couple of other Ghanaians, and we went to chill at places we think it's fun to we Ghanaians. But this time around, I went and I had an opportunity to mingle with some of the mainstream stand-up comedians in South Africa. So they exposed me to the South African way of chilling. And it was crazy. It was like
they don't sleep.
Yeah. Oh, these guys don't sleep. Like, I'm exhausted.
Wow.
But like, they take you out around 9. They bring you back home at 4. They call you in the next day around 10. They'll come and pick you up again. And the next time you see your bed is 4 a.m. Then it's the same routine every day.
Wow.
And I'm like, do you guys sleep?
No, they don't sleep. They
They understand fun. Like, damn.
Wow. Anyways, I mean, if not for comedy, all this wouldn't happen.
It's true.
So how did comedy find you? Or did you find comedy?
This story, I've shared it so many times. I was that guy who would just drop a line or two during an active class time, and everybody would just burst up in laughter. The teacher will be looking for who said that thing, and I'm that small boy like at the back, very unassuming. You cannot. So I remember my friends, a lot of my friends who know that I do comedy now are not really surprised. So when originally the plan was to be a musician because I started singing in church and I became a rapper at secondary school level. Then when the rap group collapsed, our leader of the group, Richard Jani, big shout outs to him. He was like, "Yo, bro, we are good musicians, but you had something extra that I think you should pursue, and that is comedy." And I hate to hear people say Ghanaians don't have comedians, but this is you every time we were in school, like. You just make us laugh effortlessly. So go pursue comedy. And he did that for like 2-3 years. So when I was in tertiary, I think first year, he called me one time and said, at that time he was in tertiary to KNUST doing with radio, Focus
FM, yeah.
Lekzy, if I want you to go and try comedy. I have combed through Accra. I discovered this platform called Comedy Bar, Silver Lounge, then Accra Mall. If you go and you do comedy, the stand-up, and it doesn't work, I'll quit radio.
Wow.
I said, wow, okay, fine. So I started comedy because I wanted somebody to lose his job. I just wanted him to know that I cannot do it. Like, the way he believes in me, I cannot. But as I went, they gave me 2 minutes. Big shout-outs to man like James Brown. So other comedians went, after 2 minutes, he would tell them they should wrap up, leave. I mean, the young ones coming. But when I was done with mine, I think within 1 to 2 minutes, I had a standing ovation.
Wow.
And he kept telling me to to keep going. And I think at some point I just dropped the microphone, and that was it. I said that for the first time I feel like
this is what I'm gonna do.
This is like, for the first time, oxygen I take in made a lot of sense to me. Like, okay, my existence is to make people happy, so why don't I like focus more on this? And it has been like that.
Okay. Guys, if you just tune in, you're listening to Lekzy Decomic. And I mean, he's not new to us, and so, but I just needed him to talk about this so that if you're new, if it is the first time hearing him, at least you know who I'm talking to. Now, the man just came back from South Africa. So this time, you said the first time was for fun. This time, was it for business? Did you go for a show?
Business and pleasure.
And pleasure.
So the first time we went to South Africa, myself and Obi, we went scouting for the comedy clubs.
Yeah.
South Africa, every single day, unless you're a lazy comedian, if you want to work, there is a spot somewhere that you need to. You just have to go and grab the microphone and do your thing. So when we went, we were doing like small comedy clubs and all. But this time around, I got in touch with one American comedian called Griff, and Griff has been to South Africa a couple of times. So he was like moving with the top comedians over there. So I think last 2 years we were supposed to go to South Africa for a comedy festival called the Bloemfontein Comedy Festival, which never happened because of visa issues. Then through that, I got in contact with the main comedian who was organizing it to put us on. So when I went this time around, I just called him. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm happy you're in town." Then he said I should go to a place at Sandton. I was in Sandton though, but he said I should go to a place called Artistry.
Artistry, yeah.
Now I got to Artistry, and all the comedians that I have seen back home here that I admire, I never thought I would like. Not that I never thought, but I feel like, how would I get the chance
thought it was far from you.
Yeah. You know, I got there, and I can see Q Dube, I can see in Pop-Ups, I can see Trevor Gumbi, I can see they are all in there. Like the industry is there.
Yeah.
And I said, wow. Then they gave me like 5 minutes to do something. They said, "Oh, cool. Can you come around again and open up?" And Pop-Up said, "Come around and open for me." Then my partner was like, "You're a big star in Ghana. You don't open for."
But how did that make you feel? I love that side of the conversation, even though we're pressed with time. I mean, how did that make you feel?
It was super cool. Yeah. I felt really good about it. Then he said, "No, let's organize our own show.
Okay.
Let's invite the people. You can bring your Ghanaian friends around it." So he put me on 2 shows.
Okay.
Like it was just me and just the two of us. Yeah. Then he called me one time and said there is a comedy show at Pretoria, the Estate Theatre.
Yeah.
It's a talent hunt show or something for comedians. Said, "I want you to be a judge." I got there, a big hall, like all the way from Ghana. So this experience was just different. And all the shows, I killed it back to back. As a matter of fact, in October I'll be going back again because I've been put on another Soweto Comedy Festival.
Wow.
And it's a blessing.
Wow, let's give him a round of applause, man. This is what we love to hear. Yeah, this is what we love to hear. Now, how different are the audiences? You've seen the Ghanaian audience, you've seen the South African audience. How different are these two audiences?
Okay, so not too different, but I'll say like there are some topics that runs through every country. Love, everybody loves the same. Sex, I've never seen anybody have sex through their ear. We all have sex through the same channel. So when I want to talk about sex, I think they can all relate. If I start want to talk about religion, Christianity, and all, they can all relate. So, but when I went there, I realized that no, put all these topics, just observe more.
Yeah.
And I think I did a bit of their independence, Mandela, the Zulus, and the guy, my partner, he was just surprised. I was just picking on the things I was seeing around. And it was amazing. It's a different feeling when you're funny back home, but meeting strangers. I mean, people from diverse cultures. And one thing about South Africa is if you can make South Africans laugh, you can be funny anywhere because there are whites in there, there are Indians in there, there are people from Zimbabwe. Like, so if they can all like relate to what you're saying, it's a different thing. The feeling alone. I remember after one show, this guy Rob Collins, we did one show and he was like, "Mapani, can I steal your guy?" I was like, "I want us to go have a great like." Rob is like a top guy.
He's huge.
It's like, join me in my car. We went for a ride. He was like, he said something. He was like, when Ronaldo allows that player on the team to join him in his car, do you know what that means? I said, maybe he sees potential. I said, yeah. If you're not good enough, Ronaldo will not want to roll with you. So I feel like you are good. I never thought there were comedians in Ghana that are equally fun because all they know is the basket mouth and the so now we are taking the game to September. I'm bringing about 4 of them to Ghana.
Beautiful. Give him a round of applause. This is what we want to hear. And just because, like I said, we're pressed with time, and so I'm happy you mentioned September, what you're doing. What else are you doing before you go?
Tomorrow we are celebrating Fathers. Father's Day is on Sunday, but I'm trying to do a pre-Father's Day event to celebrate fathers. And it's happening at Zen Gardens. I feel like fathers are not...
Say that again. Zen Gardens.
Zen Gardens.
Okay.
Fathers are not celebrated enough.
Where is Zen Gardens?
Zen Gardens is around Laboni.
Okay.
Yeah, Laboni. Just punch in Zen. Z-E-N.
Z-E-N.
Yeah, Z-E-N.
Z, no. I want to see Z.
Yeah.
Or American. Z-E-N. Z-E-N.
Yes.
Zen Gardens. It's called Laugh with Dad. Laugh with Dad.
Yes. So you buy ticket 200 Ghana cedis. It comes with a meal from Zen Gardens. Oh, great. So you get a chance to scroll through their menu and pick any menu of your choice. It should be rice menu because FVP Rice is the sponsor for this very event. So they are giving us chicken and rice, and it's a partnership thing. So you just, the 200 Ghana cedis gives you room to choose any meal on the menu, and you enjoy. There is live band from The Gentleman. There is another fantastic jam called Reynald the Gentleman. Yeah, he's also on the bill. DKB is performing. Felicia say the beautiful lady next door is also on, and we have Ojo, Kojo PJ, Papaya, Atamle, and a couple of other comedians also coming through to support myself. And this show, we are not just doing it for, we are trying to celebrate some of the father figures we have in the society that have been of great influence to a lot of us all in the industry and other sectors. So we're celebrating Uncle Bo White, Bulare, Fred Amugi, Uncle Fred Amugi.
Is KSM in there?
And next year we'll do that. Okay. So we'll be doing that every year.
Every year.
Just to celebrate.
Powerful.
So powerful. And some CEOs who are behind some of the big brands that we hear, but we don't know the power behind all these brands. We'll be celebrating them. And some fathers